They may think how to utilize those machines properly to produce maximum cars with a good quality. So what is the main task of the problem? So that has to be represented again through linear equation, and we denote it by Z. It is clearly given that the first kind is 3 times of the second kind, that can have total pairs of 600 pairs in a day. So the constraint become 3x plus y less than or equal to 600. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. This is your Shruti ma'am lecturing in Vidyashram, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So in this session, we are discussing about the linear programming problems. So what do you mean by linear programming problems? Before that, let us go on to a brief discussion about the linear programming. So in any industry or in any business, you have to take always a right decision to perform a task. So a task may be a producing of machine, a man, and utilizing the quality of goods, quantity of goods, everything matters. So whether your business may be a small or big, when you have a particular number of time, men, labors, cost, then you always think about the resources. So when you have less number of resources, what you will think? You will always think that I have to maximize my profit with these resources only, that is at this low cost only. So how to maximize the profit with the minimum number of cost is depicted using the linear programming problem. So this has a wide variety of application in the field of commerce, especially in business and industries. So this gives you an optimal solution for your requirements to gain maximum profit out of minimum cost. So therefore, it always deals with the technique of optimization. Optimization here refers to the maximization or minimization. Maximization always refers to the profit in terms of amount, and minimization refers to the cost in terms of amount again. So it always gives you an idea about the optimization of the activities related to the resources. For instance, a biscuit company may think to produce a good quantity of biscuits to its dealers, so has to get maximum profit with the quality of resources which they have. Again, by using linear programming problem, so they may think how to utilize those machines properly to produce maximum cars with a good quality. So this is how linear programming helps in our daily life situation, as I said, especially in the field of commerce again. So linear programming takes optimal solution from the set of constraints what they would have. For example, if you want to produce a certain number of cars, there may be a machine which works only up to this hours. There may be one more machine which may be only work to till 12 hours. It may be work only 15 hours. And number of labors required to do the certain job is only this much. And number of labors required to do only this job is this much. So using all those constraints is converted into linear function in terms of mathematical. That is, we call it as linear equalities or linear inequalities. All those constraints are expressed in terms of mathematical formula. Then we come across optimal function. That is what function, what you are going to do. So that is the optimal function, and solving those linear inequalities, we will find the optimal solution which helps us to detect the maximum profit and minimum cost for the required work. Let's see the definition of linear programming here. Linear programming deals with the optimization of a linear function of variables subject to a set of linear constraints. So as I said, linear programming deals with optimization. Optimization refers to the two words, maximization and minimization of a linear function. So the task you are going to do is called as a linear function of variables. We express it in terms of variables subject to set of linear constraints. So we may have a constraint in terms of labors, in terms of cost, in terms of resources, materials, etc. So all those are expressed in terms of linear equations, and hence they are called as linear constraint. So solving these linear constraint and optimizing the objective function, or we call it as a linear function, it is called as linear programming. Now let's see how to identify the linear programming problems, or how to formulate the linear programming problem in terms of mathematical equations. Now, formulation of linear programming problem. So consider the following for the construction of linear programming problem in a given situation. Shortly we represent it as LPP, linear programming problem. The step 1 says identify the unknown variables, also known as decision variables, and denote them in terms of algebraic symbols. What are the symbols we are going to use here? We are going to use less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, less than, greater than, with the binary operation plus or minus. So these are the algebraic symbols we use to formulate the linear constraint. The second step says identify the objective of the problem and represent it with a Z. So what is the main task of the problem? So that has to be represented again through linear equation, and we denote it by Z. Identify all the restriction, also known as constraint. Represent them as equation or inequation in terms of symbols. Again, we have to identify what are the constraints are there for a particular task, and we have to express it in a linear equation with the help of those symbols again. Now, let's formulate the linear programming problem. We will take the solutions in our next session, but here we will just learn how to formulate the linear programming problem. Let's see the first problem. A resourceful home decorator Anantu manufactures two types of lamps, say A and B. Both lamps go through two technicians, first a cutter and second a finisher. A requires 2 hours of cutter's time and 1 hour of finisher's time. B requires 1 hour of cutter's time and 2 hours of finisher's time. The cutter has 104 hours and the finisher has 76 hours of available. Profit on a lamp A is rupees 6. Profit on a lamp B is rupees 11. Assuming that she can sell all that she produces, formulate LPP. So here we have a resourceful home decorator called Anantu, and what she sells two types of lamps. One is lamp A and lamp B. Both has to undergo two technicians, one is cutter and another one is finisher. Lamp A takes how many hours for cutter? I'll just write here, formulate cutter and finisher. So this is lamp A, this is lamp B. So lamp A requires 2 hours of cutter and 1 hour to finish the work. And lamp B requires 1 hour's cutter time and 2 hours for the finisher's time. Now, but the maximum hour cutter can work is 104 hours. And maximum hour finisher can work is 76 hours. So we have to produce both A and B simultaneously, utilizing the time of cutter as well as finisher. And one more thing is here, when you sell lamp A, your profit will be 6 rupees. And when you sell lamp, your profit will be 11 rupees. Then what she has prepared, she has to sell each and everything. Then we have to formulate the LPP. So here we may think, so if she sells B, she may get more profit, or if she sells A more, she may get more profit. But actually this is not the case. This profit also depends on these constraints, because cutter work only for 104 hours and finisher work only for 76 hours. Let us formulate this using LPP now. Now, according to the question, what is my objective function is? My objective function is to sell both lamp A and lamp B. If I sell lamp A, I'll get 6 rupees. If I get lamp B, I will get 11 rupees. How many lamps can be prepared? That is, I'll take it as X. And how many lamps, lamp B can be prepared? I'll take this as Y. And that I will denote it through Z. So this is my main objective. So that's why objective must be represented using Z. So I have to find the solution for this linear equation. But here we are not finding the solution, we are just formulating. Now what are all the constraints we had to produce lamp A and lamp B? So my first constraint was cutter. And the second constraint was finisher. So cutter can have total 104 hours to work and finisher can have total 76 hours. So in that, A takes only 2 hours and B takes only 1 hour. So both should work under this condition. Lamp A takes 2 hours of cutter, lamp B takes 1 hour of cutter. Similarly, lamp A takes 1 hour to get finished and B takes 2 hours to get finished. So simultaneously both can take maximum 76 hours. So these are my two constraints here and both are positive because here we are talking about profit and cost, which will be always positive. So therefore X is always greater than or equal to 0, Y is always greater than or equal to 0. So this is how we can formulate the given linear programming problem. So the cost is always the optimal function and the constraint is represented using linear inequalities. Let's look at one more question now. Prateek wants to decide the constituents of diet which will fulfill his daily requirements of proteins, fats, carbohydrates at minimum cost. The combination is made among two food products A and B whose contents are indicated below. He has to form a diet with two products. One is product A and another one is product B. And the requirements of protein, fats and carbohydrates are given in the table. A takes 5 milligrams of proteins, 6 milligrams of fats, 4 milligrams of carbohydrates. And B takes 2 mg of protein, 5 mg of fat, 3 mg of carbohydrates. So cost to buy A is 70, cost to buy B is 30. Now I have to formulate the LPP. I have the constraints for protein, fats and carbohydrates for A and as well as B, and this is the minimum requirement I can have. So which is a minimum requirement I can have. The optimal function will be in terms of cost. So how to formulate it? I can write Z is equal to 70x plus 30y. So this is the cost per unit for A, cost per unit for B. So I have to formulate this now. What are the constraints I have? So the constraints is for proteins, fats and carbohydrates. So A and B. So constraints are, so here A has 5 mg of protein, B has 2 mg of protein. Minimum I can have 800 mg of proteins which I have to shift for both A and B. So therefore it is 5x plus 2y. So minimum nothing but greater than or equal to 800. It cannot go more than 800. So minimum it can have 800. Next. So for fats 6 and 5. So it is 6x plus 5y. And minimum requirement for fat is 200. Next for carbohydrates I have 4 and 3. Minimum requirement is 700. So it is 4x plus 3y greater than or equal to 700. Clearly x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0. So this is how we have formulated it. Next we come across third problem. Arvind, a chemist, provides his customers at least cost the minimum daily requirements of two vitamins A and B by using a mixture of two products M and N. The amount of each vitamin in 1 gm of each product, the cost per gram of each product and the minimum daily requirement are given below. So this is the table given. You have vitamin A and vitamin B and this is the minimum requirement for each vitamin and this is the cost for each product. So he is taking two products to form a vitamin A. So one is product M, another one is product N. So for vitamin A, M is required 6 times B is required 2 times, and N, vitamin A has 2 and vitamin B has 2. But the minimum quality or the minimum requirement of M is only 12 and minimum requirement of N is 8. So the total cost for each product is 20 and here the total cost is 16. So as I said, cost will be my optimal function always. That is Z is equal to 20x plus 16y. Now I have to write the constraints. So constraint is for M and N. So M 6 times of A, 2 times of B. That is, if in terms of x and y we write 6x plus 2y. Minimum is given, so use greater than or equal to 12. And the second thing is 2 times A, 2 times B. Minimum requirement is 8. So 2x plus 2y greater than or equal to 8. And again, x is greater than or equal to 0, y is greater than or equal to 0. So this is how we have formulated. You can also simplify this, divide the whole equation by 2. Now this becomes 3x plus y greater than or equal to 4. Here also x plus y greater than or equal to 4. So this, while solving the linear equations, you have to simplify it in a simplified form so that it is easy to calculate. Next question. A company owned by Swati can produce 2 types of high quality shoes. Each shoe of the first kind requires thrice as much as time as the second kind. If all shoes are of the second kind only, the company can produce a total of 600 pairs a day. Only a maximum 150 pairs of the first kind and 400 of the second kind can be sold a day. If the profit per pair of the first kind is rupees 400, per pair of the second kind is 150, then formulate LPP. Again, the profit in terms of cost will become my optimal function. So therefore, my Z is 400 of first kind, 150 of second kind. Next, we are going to write the constraints here. It is clearly given that the first kind is 3 times of the second kind, that can have total pairs of 600 pairs in a day. So the constraint becomes 3x plus y less than or equal to 600. Next, maximum 150 pairs of first kind is given. So that means x less than or equal to 150. Next, the second kind is 400. So that is y less than or equal to 400. So these are the constraint. So only 150 pairs of x and 400 pairs of y is possible. But overall you can produce 600 shoes and the optimal function is that both x and y are positive. So we write x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. Next question. Yatharth run a company which manufactures 2 products A and B. Product A is sold at rupees 200 per unit, take 30 minutes to make. Product B sold 300 per unit, take 1 hour to make. There is a permanent order of 14 units of product A, 16 units of product B. The working week for the production of both A and B consists of 40 hours and the weekly turnover must not be less than rupees 10,000. If the profit on each unit of a product A is rupees 20 and on the product B is rupees 30, then formulate LPP. Again, so gaining the profit will become our main function, that is the optimal function. So therefore here also Z is equal to 20x plus 30y. And they have also told that, so there is a order of 14 units of product A and 16 units of product B permanently. So therefore x is greater than or equal to 14 and y is greater than or equal to 16. So more than that there is no order. We have 14 orders for x and 16 orders for y. And next we have an investment constraint. For A it is sold as 200 per unit and for B it is 300 per unit. But total investment we have is rupees 10,000. So therefore it is 200x plus 300y greater than or equal to 10,000. So minimum 10,000 we have. Again here we have a time constraint also. So product A takes 30 minutes to make and the product B takes 1 hour to make, but I have only 40 hours. So 30 minutes can be converted into hour or 1 hour can be converted into minutes. So when you are comparing the quantities, it must be of the same unit. Let me convert 30 as an hour, it will become 1 by 2. So therefore this becomes half x, 30 minutes for the product A and 1 hour for product Y means that is product Y. So minimum hour I have is 40. So these are the constraints I have. So again x is greater than or equal to 0, y is greater than or equal to 0. So this is how we have to formulate. Again next we come across solution to find for the x and y so that we will get the maximum profit. So in today's session we have learnt why linear programming problems are used as a model in terms of commerce, and we have learned how to formulate a linear programming problem. So in our next session, we will be finding the graphical solution to find the linear programming problems. We'll meet you in the next session. Until then, keep watching, keep learning and keep exploring. Thank you.